burned down. I have two brothers. One brother, his wife was pregnant. He had to fled in the mountains to reach to another district. Do you know what? It took him a week to carry his pregnant wife and finally reach Nagaland, and they managed to deliver a baby, his baby. And another brother, they are in Imphal because of his service. Imphal is the valley where they stay in a government quarter. They had to fled from there and ran into Assam Rifle camp. And they are still fleeing to find a place called a home. They haven't found that as yet. And forget about getting a home, even in the camp or wherever they are, they have not been provided anything. They have not provided any shelter so far. This Home Minister came and promised a lot of things, but so far we have got nothing. And then, okay, that is my immediate family. And let me go on to this uncle of mine. He is from the same village as I am from. That very night, they were in the Assam Rifle camp. His son, who's about 6 to 7 years old, was hit by a sniper. And when you are hit by a sniper, I don't think it was a minor injury, right? They wanted to go out and seek medical help. And the medical help is located in the valley. That is Imphal. And my place is just about 12-15 kilometers, and it takes 15-20 minutes to reach there. And his wife is a Meiteis. Imagine thinking his wife being a Meiteis that they'll be safe. So the wife called another friend of her who is a Meiteis lady, and they drove down. And somewhere in between, this whole lot of Manipuri ladies called Meira Paibis, they blocked the way. They shouted, these are people, these are tribal people, they need to be hacked, they need to be killed. And it was then, this mob came around, they burned the ambulance straight away. And the only thing left was their skeleton. This is what we have to face. And all this because of the CM incompetence. I'm telling you, the day when it started the riot, and it happened in Churchandpur side. And for a chief minister to contain that small little split over there, it was all in his power, right? To do all that. But he looked the other way around. He never did anything, right? It was a small thing. Today, we would have to go knocking at the Home Minister and Prime Minister if he had acted and he had put all his machinery things. If the CM was like wanting to stop all this, he would have, no? There's nothing that he can't do.
There's a lot of anger against Manipur's Chief Minister in Biren Singh. Do you think the government is able to control the situation in the state?
No way. This is the reason why we still have all these incidents taking place on and off, especially those people living in the foothills. Every night, every day, they are being attacked.
Our locality was attacked, but most of all, more than my dad, me and my sister, we hardly escaped to Mumbai from all of these. We had to stay in an open field for 2 nights, and then in the relief camps for a few nights, and then finally we were able to get a ticket to Mumbai, and then we came. We barely survived with our clothes, the clothes we were wearing on. I'm supposed to start my 4th semester, like the final semester of my master's now. It's so heartbreaking. I have been working so hard for this degree, and then suddenly we have been escaped. We've been escaping. We're victims. We are far away. So it's a central university. There's so many universities. So why can't the central government do something about this? You know, find a solution for us. Not just me. There are more, like hundreds of us who have escaped, and then our education is on hold because of this. So is there no solution for us? So, should we just give up on our degrees? Like, for just 1 semester, should I be giving up 2 years of my hard work?
One of my closest friend, my best friend, who is my high school mate, was murdered on the 3rd night, 3rd May. He was beaten up and unconscious, and he was thrown into the burning fire of his house. And after the 4th and 5th, I don't recall the exact date, but I heard that he was burned alive on that night, and I could not confirm it. All internet, all phones were switched off, and then the next day I confirm it, and it's really heartening to me, and really my best friend.
The internet ban, because of that, for example, the transactions, if they want to buy anything or if they want to withdraw money during that critical moment, it is very difficult for them. So what we do is, whenever the need arises, we send them money, but withdrawing money becomes very, very difficult for them. So not only for now everybody is suspicious of the other. Out of the blue, that things happen. So if we look at the bonding as well as the relationship, I think it has gone very deep now, and it will be very difficult even to sweet talk or maybe even giving compensation or even trying to monetize the wounds. It will be very difficult to heal.
Mr. Zamkhulal Hungdemi is my maternal cousin. He was very close to me. It occurs on 4th of May at around 5 p.m. at Hong Sai Veng, Imphal, where he was brutally killed by the Meiteis Arambai Tengol in front of his wife, his newborn baby, and his mother. Day before the incident, his wife had delivered in Imphal hospital. As soon as they discharged, the ethnic cleansing violence erupted in Imphal. And no place to go. They hid at some place they thought to be safe. But the Meiteis Arambai Tengol had found him and chased them. As because of his wife condition, they could not escape. They were surrounded. He was hit with iron rod, rocks and steel until he bled to his death. His wife was also tortured. Due to this, her wounds were septic, and she was taken to Assam Rifles camp where she took shelter there. His mother escaped with the baby in her arm, but there was nobody to help my cousin from the mob, as they were determined to kill him. This incident has brought me and my family affected us so much that we both mentally and emotionally we traumatized by this, and we are still mourning how he was brutally killed in that day. Thankfully, his wife, the baby, and his mother were safe, but they were left with traumatized after that incident. How can we ever forget this incident in our life? This is just the story of one family.
A mob, comprising a few hundreds, maybe even 500, even 700. I'm not sure about the number. But then they came, this Arambai Tengol, wearing their uniform, dark t-shirt, and some carrying iron rods, some carrying swords, some carrying stones, some carrying long sticks, young or even the women folk. They all came. They started vandalizing the entire my locality.
Your locality.
Yes. They started burning the church. There was a church standing, and then there was a furniture making factory, Touchwood, that was also vandalized, burned down. Then they slowly burned down our house, including my house, one by one. Then we had to flee. And then even my husband was, slapped. He's a doctor by profession, but he was slapped, and then he was, trodden upon by the mob. And then my sister-in-law, her spectacles were taken off, and her jewelry, which she was wearing on her body, that was snatched, and she was trampled upon. They even beat an old lady from my locality, nobody was spared. We were like, like zoo, animals in a zoo. We had no means of escape. So finally, somehow, we were taken to a locality, club where we were kept imprisoned for 2-3 hours. But luckily, the police, somebody called up the SP of Imphal West. He came in a police van and we were taken to first MR. That is how we escaped.